Why is it important to have a land sale agreement in place? It's important for you to have a land sale agreement in place, you as a buyer and you as a seller, in case of any future disagreements. Hi, my name is Joan.A. I'm a lawyer, and welcome back to Law Joan. If you're new on this channel we talk about everything related to land. I literally equip you with tips on how you can use the law to your advantage to deal with any land issues that you are facing or that you're yet to face. So it's very important to have a land sale agreement in place. My experience dealing with land, I have noticed that this is a document that people greatly undermine. You find someone buying land and they don't have documentation in place as to how they sold that land or how they bought that land. Yet it's actually important. This could be the only document that could save you to claim ownership to that land. So you could be wondering, as a buyer, how does this document help you? When you have a valid land sale agreement in place, by a valid land sale agreement in place, I mean a land sale agreement that is signed by both the buyer and the seller, witnessed by some witnesses, most importantly the local authorities, it could be a lawyer. And this agreement, if it's more than one page, it should be signed on all pages. So for a buyer, how does this help you? Let's say that let's say that you're buying this land and you're paying for the land in installments to complete the full purchase price. And let's say you put 5 months. In 5 months period, you'll be able to complete the balance. However, you get to find that after 3 months, the seller changes their mind and goes ahead and sells this land to another person. The land sale agreement could be the only evidence that can save you from the seller selling that land to another person, therefore protecting your ownership rights. And as a seller, this can protect you in a way if you have any frustration when you're selling this land. For instance, you put a clause that the buyer must have completed payments by the end of 5 months. However, after the 5 months, let's say even 3 months have passed, but the buyer has not yet completed the payments. What do you do in the event? So if you put a clause in the land sale agreement initially that upon failure of the buyer making the full purchase price, you're at liberty to sell this land to another person. This gives you leverage and lien over the land to sell to a potential buyer. And even if the buyer comes against you that you sold the land to a different person, you have evidence. Even if they take you to court, you have evidence to show that the person failed to meet their duties under the contract. So it's very important that when you are buying or selling land, that you have a copy of a land sale agreement in place and you retain a copy, most importantly. Now, when it comes to land where you're buying a chibanja, land sale agreements are even more important. Why? Because before you deal with this land, the seller is supposed to avail you with the old agreement of the land. Meaning the seller is supposed to avail you with a copy of the agreement he had or she had when they were buying the land they are currently selling to you. So they first must avail you with an old agreement to show that they are the actual owners of this land before they get into any new agreement with you as the new buyer. So meaning you as the buyer, you must have a copy of the old agreement and you also must have a copy of the new agreement. So the same thing as previously I mentioned, This agreement must be signed and on all pages if it's more than one, and it must be witnessed. So when you don't have these documentations in place, it enables people who claim that they're the owners of that land that you own to take away this land, because first of all, documentation is very important when it comes to ownership of land. It can save you from land grabbers, it can save you from fraud, it can save you from losing your land, it can save you from losing your money. So, well, I hope that you take this at the back of your mind if you're considering to buy land. This is all I had for you for today. Until next time, bye.